And welcome to the Nexus. Today we're going to be doing issue 23 of our Dalek build. Let's get going. Exterminate. Okay, so here we are. It's the other side of the back wall section, and yeah, it doesn't seem like we get the pipes or anything. We just get in the back wall section. Anyway, as always, we always go through the book. We will need these parts that we've done last time, and obviously the main seating area for our Dalek, we need that as well. But first we're going to have a look through the magazine, so let's do that. Okay, so here we are, issue 23. Once again, we don't get a poster, and once again we're going to be on the Genius of the Daleks part 5. So sort of jungling them, sort of jigging them all about. So we're getting different parts on part 1. So instead of keeping it, I think what they should do is keep continuously going along. But at the moment we seem to be getting a sort of a jumbled effect, I should say, on the episodes. So then, you know, if you're going to be reading this sort of in parts, it would be easier to keep it sort of lineage, sort of the same, but they're jumping about. Anyway, this is part 5 of the Genius of the Daleks. Once again, going through the episode, and we've got some behind the scenes stuff, which is brilliant. And Tom Baker there. Then we come Dalek, is that invasions, should I say, sorry. So this is about, obviously, Dalek invasions that they've done. And then we're just moving on to the next section, the middle section, I should say. So as you can see, we just get another wall. So let's carry on and do that. Okay, here we go. So we're just going to push that along there, pull that out. We've got our grease-proof paper again. So this is all their sort of eco packaging. And there it is there. And this is the sort of connector plate, which is just here. So there's a way that goes on. We've got some AP and some FP screws. We're also going to need these. Now, someone did say about connecting, sorry about that, let's put that out of the way, about connecting these first on here. Well, the only problem I can see with that is connecting them in. So this has to go, and I'll just sort of show you, because that's the first bit we're going to do. So this bit goes up. Okay, so it sort of connects upwards. Hang on a sec. Hang on. There we go. So this sort of connects up. Now, if these parts are on, it means that it's going to be a little bit more difficult to put these things on, basically, while they're still attached. So I won't be doing that, because what I'll do is I'll just show you, actually. It's best just to show you. So pull that off, and then we'll semi-connect this up. I think B goes in this one, do you know? Yeah, so as you can see already, this lines up with this. So when we come to it, you have to move that section up. So there is actually no way you can do it, no way at all. So we're just going to do it the way it's told us to do it, because there's no other way of doing it. So I'm just going to be careful here and flip this over. So I'm just going to keep that up, put that aside. We're going to use FP screws. So these are the ones, I do believe they have like the little flat parts. Yeah. So we're just going to go around and screw this up. Like so. There's that one. and then that one. Like so we now have both of the back walls in. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is put on the back plate section here. So we're just going to get out the rest of the screws here. So at the back here, as you can see, we have this section, and as you can also see, we've got one longer end and one shorter end. So the shorter end goes at the bottom and the longer end goes at the top. And then once again, we're just going to use 6 screws to screw this up. So this is going to sit just here. So this is going to help secure this section in. And you've got these like little marks just here. And we're going to turn it round and do the other side. One in this side. And all this will just do is close, like just secure this section up. Looks like some wires are going to go down the back here. I'm just going to show you again. So, okay, so as you can see, so with the taller sections at the top and the shorter bits at the bottom, these here look like wire tidies. So it looks like the wires are going to go into here and just be secured in. That's what that looks like. You can see that. Okay, so that is now in. We're going to use I think these are the AP screws we're going to use to secure in. Now, in the magazine, it says FP. It's not. It's these. These are the ones that we're going to use. Okay, so the first one we're going to take is, I do believe this is marked B. So the B is the one that's going to go to the far back wall here. That is where B is going to sit. I'm also going to use the screwdriver that they sent, not my one here. And I'm also going to put through the guide one, as I did before. So this is going to sit sort of through here first. And then it's all about, now there's not a lot of room in here, but this is the only way you can do this, which is a bit of a pain. Okay, maybe connecting it at the bottom here first into its little hole, and then, oh, maybe that's the best way of doing it. Right, let me no. Right. It's really difficult to get in. Do you know what? I'm going to take the seat out. So the seat is connected with these 4 screws here. So I'm going to take them out, put them at the side so I remember where they are. So, and this one as well. Just going to try and make it a little bit more easier for myself. There we go. There goes the chair. I'll make sure that that comes out. There we go. And now we can get access to this back section far more easier now. and trying to fit it with the chair. So make sure you take out the seat. It gives you much more pulse. So make sure you've got B here, and B is going to sit just here like that, and then hopefully this, it sort of clicks in, but we'll find out in a second when we start screwing it up. There we go. There's one. So it's much better, I would say, taking out the thing. So we've got B at the back here, and then A goes in this side just here. Once again, it sort of clicks in. You hear it click, and then it just literally screws up very nicely. Just make sure you got everything the right way round, but that is what you're doing now. What I'm going to do, you're going to see me put back the chair now. And do you know what? It's only 3 screws. I've taken out 4. So let's put the chair back. I don't know why I've done that. Put that one in there. So let me, like that. So yeah, my advice would be to take the chair out, because and then trying to get it back in is going to be a bit of a second. Once we've got one in, it's fine. So just hold it like so. Once one's in, the rest will follow. So, there we go. There's that one. Oh. One in there. Okay, so the chair is fine, and as you can see now, the back is fine. So just make sure you've got the pipes the right way round at the bottom there, and like I said, they just click in, and then they're much easier to screw in the back here, especially if you take the central chair out. And it's just those 3 screws out. I took out that one. I don't know why I did that. You got those 3 screws. Take it out and then put it back in just like I've done there. I have got the screen here, like so. And we've now completed the top section. Let me get our little guy. So he's going to sit like that. So once again, you don't really see much there. There is obviously some more pipes to go in here because we have holes down the back here actually, where obviously there's going to be more pipes, but we don't get the same pipes here on this side. They're not that side. There's no holes there. As you can see, there is holes at the back there and some other holes here, but they're we don't do anything with them just yet. There's still a lot of work actually to be done at the back here, but yeah, we got there in the end, didn't we? We did get there in the end, and yeah, it's getting a bit more solid now. So let's take a look and see what comes in issue 24. Okay, so just before I show you what comes in issue 24, I'm going to do some shout outs. So this is back, I didn't do any shout outs in the last video. Issue 21, so we're going back to issue 21 for some of the shout outs. David has put, looking really good, Kev, waiting for the parts now to catch up to you, can't wait, but looking really good, keep it up, mate. Thank you so much for your comment. Chatty DJ, I'm so happy that we have this to work on while not getting any Doctor Who fix on TV. Yep, there's nothing, well, there is the Land and the Sea sort of spin-off coming, but yeah, nothing for the foreseeable anyway. Looking forward to your next video. Thank you for your comment. Steve1315, looking good, Mr. Nexus. Pipes a bit tricky, they are. They were in that issue 21, and they were in this one really. We got there in the end. Paul Shooter, for anyone struggling to get the pipes details on, I found it easier to take the mutant seat off first, so it was much easier to get to, just like I did in this one. In fact, I saw your little video, so thank you, Paul, for your comment. But secondly, thank you for your little bit of advice there, because it really works. So thank you for that. How much will it weigh when the Dalek is fully built? Crack on, mate. Keep up the good work. That was from Alfred. I have no idea. It's not going to be light. Let's put it that way. It's going to be very, very heavy. Very heavy. But no idea until it fully arrives. But I would imagine there's going to be some weight to this. That's for sure. Andrew, looking at the PDFs online, the first part of the base plate is coming in issue 35. Well, it just says based plate. Now that could be. Now I think I mentioned that before. Now that could be the base plate for here, or the base plate for here, or up here. Because remember, this section here rotates. This is where our little mutant is. So that would have to sit on a separate base plate. And so would the next section here, because this middle section spins. So actually, it just says base plate. It could be this, or it could be that. We will find out in due course. But yeah, interesting, really interesting on that one. Humbin. I'm sorry if I'm butchering that. I'm debating whether on next pack that I might do 21 and then 20. As it seems much more logical and easier way, and funny, I thought enter my mind, wish you were having fun doing this. If that's how they come up the names, Hachette, with one of them getting so the way they got up with basically saying the way that they came up with the name Hachette is funny because it's something else. But yeah, I'm always, I don't know how it is. I think it's Hachette is it's a French site, so maybe it means something in French, so I don't know. But that was from issue 21. I'm just going to bring up issue 22. So there were some comments on that one, so let me just bring them up. So issue 22, David again, nice quick one on that, Kev, but nicely done. Thank you so much for your comment there. There was just putting those little bendy pipes in, wasn't it? And that sort of detail. It wasn't much to do on that one. Dave McBeals, nice quick issue, Kev. Thank you for your comment. Lee, Ted, lol. Named mine mutant Squidward. Seem more fitting. Yeah, I got two mutants, if you remember, and I've called them Bill and Ted. So Ted is the one that sits in the seat normally. That's the one I showed you in the video. Bill is somewhere else. I think he's in my daughter's room actually. And then obviously Ashley's put base starts issue 35. Like I said, we don't know yet if that is the case. If it is, brilliant. All of this is brilliant. We've all got to do it. We've all got to come at the same pace. We all know we've got to do it at some point. So, but yeah. And then obviously Alfred's put, will you answer the questions on the next vlog? Yes, I just have. So thank you for your comment. Remember, if you want to comment, shout out, just leave it on the end of on the comment section of this video, and I will shout it out in the next one. Thank you all so much for commenting and taking the time to write me and everything else. Let us know how you think this is coming along, because it is getting there now. Anyway, issue 24, we get another back wall section and the screws to put these on. Now we don't get any pipes with these ones, they're just going to sit on there, but this is going to go on here. So the part that we've just built, I believe the next two issues is going to be this upper section and this upper section here. So this thing is growing, it's getting bigger, so it's going to be a little bit more difficult to store now. I see some people have been storing them in the tubs. It will not fit in those tubs for long, because we're going to be concentrating on this section for quite a bit. There's also the outer section we're going to concentrate on as we move further up, and we'll get onto that when we get to it. But yeah, the next issue, issue 24, is this part just here. We are coming into that sort of lull area as well. So just like with today's issue and the following couple of issues and the next issue, there isn't too much to do. And this is going to be sort of the norm going forward. We will have issues where we're going to be doing quite a bit, but we're also going to have issues where we're not doing a lot at all. So, but anyway, thank you guys for watching. Make sure you click like, subscribe, comment, give us a thumbs up, and we'll see you at the next video. But until then, guys, see you later.
Tune into the channel, Nexus is the name. All the hottest content, you'll never be the same. Laughs and thrills, excitement.